morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl, aka Reese, also known Althea McFarlane, AM Morning. You know, the one, the best that ever did it. And I am at the studio today, but I'm here. I think we're doing the show just me and Molly today, or just moi. Um, my co-host Bernice is doing her civic duty. She's at the voting polls. She's working it out for the people. That's what she doing. Sorry, that's the delay. She's working it out for the people. Um, so yeah, that's what she's doing. So everybody that want to make a difference, that think their vote counts and all that good stuff, go out and do what you do. You know, vote. I know I'm here in Maryland, so I know that everybody in Maryland is rushing to get out there and vote. They're doing it so much that people, pedestrians, are getting hit. Voters are getting hit. So people, as you're rushing to cast your vote, please be careful. Please don't be in such of a rush that you hurt somebody for an election. That's all I'm saying. You know. So today's show topic. Wait a minute. Before I get into today's show topic, I want to say hey to my super producer Molly Mall. That's the man with the plan. I cannot almost forget Molly today. I can never forget Molly. Molly is like the wind beneath my wings. He's like the air I breathe. He's the rhythm and the beating of my heart. And that's my little brother from another mother. And I love him so much. And I'm his sister from another mister. And I just love my little brother Molly Mall so much. Even though it's a crowded in there because he got all them brothers and sisters that love him on a regular anyway. Can you make a little bit of room for me, Molly? Molly, well, he's in the back doing what he do. But okay, today's topic is one that's trending, and it shouldn't be surprising, but it should be more alarming. And that is sexually transmitted diseases or sexually transmitted infection among the older population, among the elderly and the older population. They're saying 50 and above. So they saying that 50 and above is getting their freak on. They got the group from 50 to 63. Then they got the 63 to the 67, then the 70 to the 85. Apart rise in infection, right? So of course, 50 to 63, you got a 53% rise in infection. This is among CDC statistics from 2019 until now. They got a rise in infections, sexually transmitted diseases, and they're saying that the ones are uh, not chlamydia. Thank you, chlamydia and gonorrhea is on an uptake, 53%. So you know the people that's 50 and above getting a swerve on. And I was also reading and listening to some reports, and they're saying that is that prevalent because it's easier for the elderly people to get infected because one, their immune system is slowing down or is a little more weaker. Okay, and two, because their body, because a woman's body is older and weaker, we go through a change, and our vaginal walls of the vajayjay are thinner and more susceptible to infection. Women, so ladies, y'all up there tearing it off. He knocking off the dust. He might be knocking off more than just the dust. Okay, but yeah, I thought that was like amazing because I was just thinking back when my grandmother, God rest her soul, was in her nursing home, how they had an uptake of diseases in the nursing home. It seemed like this one resident gave four other people herpes in the facility, and that's because he was getting in the bed with all the women, and he was servicing all the women because uh, in the nursing home she was in, there was a whole lot of women and not that many men. So, and the men that was there, he had his plethora. But this guy was jumping in and out of bed with these women. And true story. And you're like, wow. So mama waits till she gets 75 or 85 to contract an STD. And the older people say they don't care because they figure they get an STD when they get older. They're not going to live long enough the duration to carry on the pain or whatever. Anyway, so they don't care. They free love. It's like the 70s movement all over again where you have free love and the flower power people. They don't care. So that's why it's an uptake in the elderly population with sexually transmitted infections or diseases. I love my mama and my papa. And you love your mama and your papa too. Tell them to wrap it up. They still need to be careful. I don't care how free they think they is. They think they can go on out here willy nilly, wrap that willy up. But I want to share a video with you all that I found. Let me see. Is it video time? Yes, it is time to show the video. So whenever you ready, Molly Mall, you can hit that video up there for me. Um, but while we're waiting for Molly to do the video, good morning, DJ Slicky Woo Boo. And he's an elderly lover. Anything over 50 and older. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in another episode of the Morning Mac Show. While we waiting for Molly to load up the video. Where you at, Molly? While waiting for Molly to load up this daggone video that I sent them. I wonder what type of when I get in my 60s, am I still going to want sex? I think I will, because sex is a good thing. Uh, if you're with the right partner, it could feel good, it's stimulating, and most of all, it helps you let go of that stress. Like, you can breathe easy of that stress, and if nothing else, people, it helps you burn calories. It's a great form of exercise. So I hope I'll be able to do it up until the end. And if you got that special partner, I hope I get a life mate, you know, for the rest of my life, be able to have that one partner that we can work out our frustrations and sex off together. But if I'm not, you definitely got to be careful. Be very careful. I thought I was being careful and precautious. One time with this fella, he older than me, older fella, said, "Hey, you gave me something." I was like, "Impossible," because I go and get my stuff checked out like clockwork all the time. I know I didn't give you nothing, but I stopped being intimate, and then when we was intimate, we was using protection. So how could I giving you something? Well, anyway, long story short, I went to the doctor. Doctor said, "You clean. You're squeaky clean." So I went back. I don't want to deal with you no more. Not because you was out there cheating, but you was cheating and you got caught, and then you try to bring your dirt on to me. That's unacceptable to me. I didn't, I can forgive you out there being promiscuous, but I cannot forgive you for being reckless with my life, try to endanger me. You can do whatever you want to do, all you want to do, but don't bring nothing back here to me. Where they do that at? That's not that kind of party, honey. Good morning, Ernest. Ernest says sex is an overhead to me. The older you get to me, the older you get. Okay. But it's a good exercise and it's a good way to let that steam off. Let those transgression. Had a hard day at work, had a hard day at the bingo hall, come back, you didn't win. Bingo. You be like, dang it, get you some good sex, and you be like, woosah. That's the easy way to woosah. I don't know about y'all, but I never had angry sex because When I'm having sex, I'm not angry at the time I'm getting it. You know, you better be like, yeah, yeah, take this, take that, but you really not angry. You just letting off that steam, that frustration. Good morning, girlie. You know, you just letting off the frustration. Now, after sex, can the anger come back? Yes. And if you're not satisfied sexually, can the anger come back? Definitely. I'm talking for the women. So, but in the midst of the thralls of doing it, you know, you're not angry. That's if you're doing it, you know, it changes it. But if you're that angry, you ain't gonna do it. Women, we tell men all the time, you piss me off, you ain't getting none. Because they feel as though they can't be intimate and give you all of them if something is off, if they're angry and all that good stuff. And we got on this conversation because we're talking about the uptick in STDs in the community of people 50 and older. 53% since 2009, from 50 to 63. And that bracket, that captured that age bracket since 2019, I'm sorry. An uptick in chlamydia. You got chlamydia, you got trichomonas, and you got gonorrhea has made a comeback. And Latrice says, when you give a person the steering wheel in your life, sexually respect to protection is a must. Right, exactly. If you two say, okay, we're the only two each other going to do it too, that's fine. Because it's like you go out there and you want to smash, or you see something you want, come home and give it to your mate. Give that energy to your mate. But a lot of people don't have sexual control. That's like going to all you can eat buffet and only getting one piece of chicken and one scoop of potatoes. You don't have that control or the restraint, you know? And then why would you put yourself in a tempting position? If I am a man or a woman, if I'm going to talk about both sex, I wouldn't want to put myself in such a tempting environment that would make me even want to uh, betray the loyalty and the trust that my partner has given to me. It says, when you give a person the steering wheel in your life, okay, yeah. Molly, is you with me?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought I was rolling by
Is
myself.
she
I was
with
handling
me?
it.
Oh, you know I engineered none show 2 11 to 12, so they be calling me to get ready as well. We got Teresa in here. What up? Nee E. What Teresa say when you give a person the steering wheel in your life, sexually respect to protection is a must.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's definitely a must. But it got a lot of people out here. I done heard from women before, Reese, and this is why I couldn't do it. But they was allergic to condoms. And it's a real thing. Like I thought they was joking when I was young, and I looked it up. It was a real thing, and
yeah.
that's weird. You ever have a friend or a buddy that's it got to be real, or this something that's normal.
Allergic to the latex is that's what they're allergic to, because the same type of people that's allergic to the latex are allergic to the latex glove and stuff like that.
Wow.
But it's stuff will throw that pH balance up there off with the quickness. It makes it sensitive to that. A female may get the itchies down there, and you think she got the pluckies, and she just having an allergic reaction to the condom. You
ah.
know, so yeah, that is true. That is very true. Let's show them the video that we have for them until so they can understand what we're talking about with the uptick in the STDs.
Flying clothes coming off. Oh, yes, we're about to go there, folks. But these lovers are not the young and the restless, they're grandparents. Seniors having sex is now leading to an alarming trend in sexually transmitted diseases all over Florida.
The rise in cases is spelling big trouble for the medical field, those in elder care, and families with loved ones in a retirement community. CBS 12 News investigates. Mike Magnoli is live in Boca Raton to explain all of this. Mike?
Oftentimes it starts with a night on the town. Dinner and drinks, one thing leads to another. But condom use among seniors is rare, according to the health department, and that's something they would like to change.
Then maybe fortune will complete.
All
senior living communities should make condoms freely available to anybody.
Larry Siegel is a sexologist, professor, and radio host with the weekly program Sex Talk. One of his key areas of focus is seniors and sex, and he says the sexually transmitted disease and infection rate in Florida is alarming.
That's only going to increase. It's not going to decrease.
According to AARP, the numbers for STDs nationwide show a serious spike, with nearly 83,000 known cases of gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia among seniors, a 20% increase from the previous year. And the uptick continues here in Florida. According to the Florida Health Department, there are nearly 5,600 cases of gonorrhea, syphilis, and chlamydia among seniors for the same time period in Palm Beach County, also up from the previous year with a 13% increase.
Physicians don't talk to older people about sex. They certainly don't talk to them about STIs or HIV. And the reality is most doctors don't talk to anybody about sex and sexuality.
Even if doctors might blush, some seniors are perfectly comfortable talking about sex.
Yeah, you got to be safe. Then you're sorry.
70-year-old Joan Johnson is a retired paralegal living in a Boca Raton retirement community. She has a steady boyfriend, and her attitude about sex is, it's a part of life. Safe sex is everyone's responsibility, regardless of age.
It's just a natural thing. If you want to have sex with somebody, then it should be discussed.
Siegel says many seniors are too loose about sex, with the prevalence of Viagra and zero risk of pregnancy. He says they're retired after all, and they might feel if they catch something, they're not going to live long enough to experience symptoms. But if left untreated, gonorrhea can cause blood problems. It can make arthritis worse. It can also lead to a disseminated gonococcal infection, and that can be life-threatening.
Throwing condoms at it is not the answer. Motivation to use them, that is the answer. So,
Joan says women should have no reservations about asking a man to use a condom, but that conversation needs to happen before things heat up.
I think you have to get to know someone. I mean, to me, no matter what age it's been, you just don't jump into bed with somebody you don't know.
Okay. Good advice. But doctors had some advice about the benefits of sex if you're healthy enough to take it. It lowers anxiety, depression, and blood pressure, and the cardio workout is good for the heart. We're coming to you from Boca Raton tonight. I'm Mike Magnoli, CBS 12 Invest.
I told you it helps. Sex is the overall exercise thing. Is good for the heart, the blood pressure, and it's exercise. Sex is good if you can get it. That's why, but you got to be careful with your partner. And a lot of seniors, they was like, a lot of grandmas, grandpas, like, look, I done lived my life. Let's have some fun now. It's time for the turn up. And I'm thinking, am I going to be one of those older elderly people? Yes, I am, because I'm ready for the turn up. I didn't turn up in the beginning. I turned up. I'm turning up now because I didn't do enough, But I feel like it's time to turn up, but respectably, because I'm scary, because I got to maintain a good healthy balance, so I can live a little more longer. Live a little longer. You got to be cautious at what you're doing. So I kind of don't throw caution to the wind. You ain't gonna catch me spitting in the wind and not expecting it to come back hit me in the face. Bam! But you will be catching me doing the nasties if I get a good partner. Yeah, I'll do the nasties. So what? Oh, somebody at the door.
Mhm.
Who could it be?
Oh, we know who it is.
Look,
Drop
I don't
off.
know. Let me go. Let me go see.
Take your own advice, Miss Reese Cup. I hear you, Slicky Woo. Who that talking about somebody in a diaper? Let me see on my phone who that is. Oh, that's Rico. What up, Rico? Rico said, can't trust an OG with a smile like a raw dog. Diapers dropping, disease popping. Oh, no. Oh, man. Yeah, trees, they still humping. So I pray the staff not sexually abusing the elderly. Yeah. That'd be weird too, but you got some weird people out here. If you're attracted to them old wrinkled people, man, that'd be nasty. But I guess it ain't too old to get it in. People always say you too old to have kids. But that ain't don't mean you ain't too old to get it in. But I'm just like, how they passing on these diseases? Like me, you already know how I think. Y'all watch the show at 1. Y'all already know how I be thinking. Like a lot of this stuff made in the lab. I don't really think back in the day when the creation first started that people was having sex, passing each other diseases. They didn't exist. It got a lot to do with man-made stuff that they putting out here. And they get these old people medicine and shots every day. So who to say that they ain't the one who got that stuff passed around? You know, now these old people and they having sex passing it to each other. Where it come from? Who's the old hoe in there or the old player that's in there passing this stuff around, going in and out of there? It had to get in there. So Trees, you might be on to something. Somebody might did some of them old people, man. They done passed it on to the rest. Is an old man coming to give her some. Tree says an old man just slid up on you. We off in the cut live. Yeah, she in the cut, man. Y'all done got her in her mood over there. Let's hear what they saying back there. Nah, I can't hear 'em. But if y'all just getting in here, make sure y'all hit that like button for Reese Reed. Today we talking about sexually transmitted diseases. And the clip she just shared is about had an old head basically coming up in there, old folks home, they in there having sex, and these people 80-some years old still getting it in. You know, and I ain't got a problem with that. I think it's nice that they can still manage to, get it in. I just don't like the fact that they passing on diseases. That's weird. Like these people should be in their best health. So it's like before they start getting in, y'all ain't know one of them had something. As much urines and samples and stuff they give, blood samples, like just out of the blue. Everybody just got it in there. I just don't think this was an accident or somebody came in there already from the streets, striking all the old ladies in there. Is Reese gone? Be mad today. She is Slicky Woo. Yeah, I gotta start another show at 11, so she gotta come on. Reese Reed gotta come on. What they doing over there, Reed? Oh man, done slid over there for real. So it might be wine drunk. Hey, that's my man over there. She gonna let us know. No, she coming back. Now like she getting close. Gotta let them know you live, Reese Reed, man. You got time for that, or they can come on the show. Reese gonna fuck around, go viral, forget she online. Hey man, I'm gonna play a commercial, y'all. Hopefully Reese will be back, man. Y'all don't go nowhere. So Reese still ain't back, huh? She just gonna end her show, huh? This better be important, yeah. Reese, leave that old man at your door alone. She's burnt out.
Oh,
I gotta start these other people's show, man. They waiting on me. Reese Reed. Yeah, they came at the wrong time.
close that up. It won't coming out.
I don't know, y'all. She probably got to end this joint early.
See, because you see, I got the track set. There ain't nothing. So I'm like, okay, but I put one the other day in that corner.
Dog. Then what she talking about on here? Let me mute her mic. Someone she caught something on the track. What comments we got, man? Other than that, man, about this sexually transmitted diseases. She need to hurry up, though. These people cussing me out probably like, what the world is he at? So it's triggering. Oh my goodness. Reese, who you send this stuff to, man? They keep these hack girls, summers keep trying to send these naked pictures on here, bad. They funny. You back? Cause I gotta go.
Okay. Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. Thank you. You said people trying to send. And okay, thank you. Okay, you guys. I'll see you later. Thanks. I am back. I'm back, and I'm a little relieved. I was having little pest problem. It came from when they like redid the kitchen and stuff. And I live in a very old building. I've been living in my unit right here for like 25 years, almost 25 years. As a matter of fact, March of 23 will be 25 years. And don't boo me because that's long enough for me to have owned my home, bought and paid for it, 25 years. But nonetheless, they were putting in new appliances and all that good stuff. And I didn't know that in a building, I was told that in a building, in all apartment buildings, old buildings, that there are vermin, there are rodents in there. I'm not going to say rats because they're not, they're little teeny field mice, but still, nonetheless. And they say anywhere where there's a trash compactor, that there's going to be mouse there. I didn't know that. There was like mouse and roaches. I have to keep my unit clean of mice and roaches. No rats and roaches, no R&R, no RMR, none of that stuff. And that's what the guy was in, maintenance was in to make sure that they patch up all the holes and all that good stuff. So yeah, okay. I don't know why I'm getting hot girl photos, sites and all that stuff because we're not into that. We're talking about the elderly people and the STDs. It says not read the old men. Honey, the old men, the young men, the old men trying to get it in too because they figure, and the older women figure, I can't get pregnant now. It's time to get it in. But other than babies, there's other things you can get, and they're getting it because it's an alarming rate. Like I said earlier, before y'all saw the report of the STDs outbreak in Florida, and that's just a one state, but you know it's all over the United States like that. In the elder community or the senior living, they be doing the thing. The senior living, they ain't playing. You know, I guess this is a way they can relive their youthfulness again, like when they were young, sneaking kisses or whatever, and would have you doing the little nasties. But yeah, you got to definitely got to wrap it up. You got to be careful, and I'm checking the the time restraints here. Don't want to make sure I don't want to go over and all that good stuff. And I know my super producer is time when he do his other show as well. But yeah, definitely. And y'all heard all the business, but y'all also heard the okay, what else? I'm trying to see and read here. It's hard, especially when you got what they call low vision. Not only do I got low vision, I got low cash flow. So if anybody would love to donate to the Morning Mac show, The Cash App is Reese Tyree. It's the $ REESETYRE on Cash App. Y'all guys can donate to help support the show. And we are looking for sponsors. A sponsor is a person who we can run your commercial. We can advertise your product or your business. Hey, we're looking for sponsorship as well. And I hope it's a good fit for you, the Morning Mac Show. Hope we get more sponsors, run your commercial, advertisement, all that good stuff. Before I get sidetracked again, talking about STD, sexually transmitted diseases for our elderly, in the elderly community, and the uptick that it's been on. Do y'all also think that COVID made the STDs go up? I mean, especially in nursing homes and in senior communities, because let's look at it this way. Hello, Miss Lawson. Miss Lawson is watching. Yeah, good morning, Rico. Hey, y'all. Good morning. I am allergic to the later, but I will face the side effects. Oh, he allergic to the latex, but he'll deal with the side effects. True. So true. Because I'd rather get the side effects from the allergic reaction to the latex versus the side effects to chlamydia, gonorrhea, trichomonas, and all that stuff. And you still could get herpes, y'all. That's still a thing. They say 1 out of 3 Americans got herpes. So if 3 people in the room, 1 of y'all got some herpes. So, or 1 out of 4, something like that. So yeah. That's another thing. You just don't want to get it, especially something like people say, oh, herpes, there's no cure for it. You keep that in bay, but it messes with your immune system and also your nervous system. I think it breaks down that and all that. That's just not a good thing to have either. You know, you don't want no pussing and the dripping. You know, like Kumo D say, go see the doctor. And some infections, we had a discussion earlier in the plug about how it is passed. And I was saying that a man would not have any signs of infection and he will pass it on to a woman. Now, by the time the woman get it, it's festering up in her. For chlamydia, for example. Chlamydia, the man don't have no sign that he got chlamydia. So the woman had to go back and say, hey, you're dropping chlamydia droppings off in these other people or these women or whatever have you. And the man needs to be treated. That means while he's being treated, he cannot have sex. He's not supposed to be having sex. The same with yeast infection. Men get yeast, but it don't bother them because their shaft is longer. But they can drop it off to woman to woman. Now, and in order for the man to cure his yeasty balls, he got to stop and abstain from sex until his condition cleared up. But hey, he don't even know he got it. He just And you wonder, why is this stuff cottage cheese dropping out of my Twizzler? And how come I'm itchy every time I have sex with this joker? I don't want sex with this joker. Your stuff inside to feel raw. You're for JJ from a yeast. You itch so bad, you would want to put the bath cloth on the end of a stick and just go to work down there. But even though you're soothing that itch, you also tearing all of that vaginal tissue and all that stuff up. You causing it worse. And you can cause yourself to bleed behind a yeast infection. Yes, I come from a medical field, doctor's office. I seen some stuff, y'all. I seen some stuff. And I've seen people say that it come out like cottage cheese. You know, like the comes to the little yeast infection. And sometimes, depending on how tore up down there and how irritated you are, sometimes it come out with a little bit of blood. It's such and yeast smells in a woman. So if you got a foul odor or a fishy smell, it's some type of micro organism at work down there. And women, you got to take a hit. Stop using all them smell good and fragrances up in the vajayjay that irritates the vajayjay too. And notice your own natural smell, your own natural odor. If your own natural smell is off, you need to go see the doctor. You need those microbes be down there, those microbacteria. You need to go see the doctor for that, honestly. But we were talking about the men passing the diseases to the woman. The men passing it and don't know. Some men know and don't give a damn, but once you're a lady and you find out, then you need to go get treated ASAP and tell every partner that you would, hey, this is what's going on. I need some help here. Go get treated, go get checked out. Some men will say, well, you got trichomonas that ain't bothering me. So I'm going to take my dirty D and stick it over in Jenny, Sue, Beckham. So I'm going to stick everybody with the dirty D. Because the trick ain't bothering me. Y'all dirty. That's dirty, So, yeah, definitely that. And other bacterial infections, let's see. We said gonorrhea, syphilis, they're making a comeback. And how it is transmitted. Oh, back to what I was saying. Did you know that a male, can have HIV and show no symptoms for 12 years? 12 years. So let's say you contracted the virus or whatever. You can go 12 years without showing any symptoms. When I read that, I was appalled. I was shocked. I was like, wow. That CDC recommendation stuff, all that stuff, it is scary. And it makes you think like, wow. So 12 years ago, do anybody know who they were sleeping with 12 years ago? Some of us do, some of us don't. So just imagine 12 years ago, you slept with somebody, right? You contracted something, and 12 years later, here it comes, right? You don't know what's what, or you could have given it to somebody else, and that's messed up. But that's the truth. You 40, and you don't get messed up until you 52. And here you go, 52. That's scary. That is really scary. And men, go back 12 years, see who you was sexting 12 years ago. Can men really count all their partners on one hand? How high is your body count? Let's see, what else we got? It says 12 years. 12 years of age, you right. Like they say, 12 years a slave, 12 years of age. And they don't, these are things that it's in writing that they don't come out and tell you in the CDC. I think a lot of stuff to perpetuate a stereotype and to stop the stigmatism, we need to read up on stuff. We need to read for ourselves. We need to enlighten ourselves about STD and how you can get STDs or STIs and how things are transmitted. Because obviously the CDC ain't going to say nothing until it get too late. But they're going, you know what they're going to say? Oh, we wrote it in the pamphlet. Oh, you didn't read the pamphlet? That's on you. But we put it in there writing. No, some things you need to yell at the top of the lungs, at the top of your lungs. So they say, hey, you can get this by doing this. Got to watch this, watch that. But they do it the slick way. Oh, we told the public. We put it in writing. It's in a pamphlet. Don't nobody be reading that long-ass pamphlets at them doctor's office, except for me, bored, skimming through it. Well, I used to when I had my good vision. Now I got the low vision. So I kind of skim through it and try to get, what I need to get out. But get your annual checkups, people. Just like you take care of your heart and your lungs, your kidneys and all that. Take care of your downstairs. Men, go and get that prostate checked. Get your talinacal looked at. You need to tell the doctor, look, doc, I'm knocking them off 6 a week or however many times you knocking the girls off. The doctor will let you know, let him look at your penis. Because by the time you find out, man, and show symptoms, it'd be too late. By the time a man is pussing and dripping, that means gonorrhea is all up into that pipe. But a women, y'all need to take onus on your BS too, because you could tell something is off right after the sex. You could tell your pH balance off, and then days later, you got to watch yourself, and then you could notice, like I said, there's a secretion that is secreted that may not be secreted or is as prevalent with the man, because the man probably wipe his stuff away. Oh, that's just pre-cum. No, nigga, that's pus. That is pre-pus. That's what that is. You ever been with a guy, or whatever, ladies, and he talking about some, oh, that's pre-ejaculation. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. Get your lab sample and take a little bit of that and get under the microscope to see what kind of microorganism he got growing on there. And let me tell you if that's pre-coming now. Johnny, wait a minute. And you about to put the rubber on. Why the tip of your penis wet? Ew, what is that coming out? What is that coming out your penis? What is that? You gotta do it. You better do it. You better know what it is. Everybody know what pre-cum look like. That's that clear, sticky stuff that look like snot. And he gets so excited, and before y'all even get into anything, wait a minute. You coming to me and your tip is all already wet and moist. Wait a minute. I'm gonna pull out my little light, my little magnifying glass. Hold on, let me get a slide sample. Before you shimmy that hat on, you want to know what that is. Or before you let him into your cavern, ladies, you want to know what he got on. Okay? What you bringing with you? What kind of equipment you bringing? Because you don't want to get the pluckies. Nobody want the pluckies. Men or women, you don't want the pluckies. Okay? But that is true. Let's see. Thank you. The women, Latrice said, you sure can read, your body. Yes, females, you do. And you got to be honest with yourself, and you got to take time to care about your body. Even if you do got to tell Johnny, you done gave me some, because before I let you up into my world, I didn't have this going on here. It was not only to after go get checked. I'm going to get checked. Go get checked. Better yet, y'all go together. I used to have a boyfriend back in the day. It was so funny. I'm gonna share this story with y'all. I had a bump down there on the VJJ. It was a hair bump, but it was at the edge, and I thought it was the bump that was inside. And I was hurting and paining down there. I was at my gynecologist's office, and my girlfriend Mimi was right there with me. She could tell you this is a true story. I called him on that phone at being at doctor's office. I said, UMF. I said, you done gave me something. I said, I'm going to kill you. And he's on the other end. What are you talking about? I said, oh, you done gave me something. So while the doctor, I told him, oh, take a sample, take good, ow, because there's a bump. He said, surely you don't have an STI. I was like, how do you know? He said, because I popped it taking the sample. He said, that's an ingrown hair you got. But he still sent the sample off, anyway. But, yeah, I was like, if I got anything, all's well with the world, because I'm like, I'm being 100 with you. I need you to be 100 with me. I'm giving you, if you want to get, we're supposed to be in a monogamous relationship, and something's not right down there. And it's funny because Dr. Warner with his fine self, it was Dr. Warner, he used to say, Althea, all's well with the world. And he would do like this. And that means like, yeah, Dr. Warner. Because I used to go to him with the quickness. Some people were saying that I was going to him because he was fine. But it's my gynecologist. I was going to him because he was good at what he did. And I had a boyfriend anyway. But I was going to make sure that, make sure that that's all well with the world. And yeah, I was doing death threats and calling people. Well, not people, that one person. I had to do that death threat. And my doctor said something. He said, if you got to call your partner and make a death threat, then maybe he's not the partner for you. He said, if you can't trust your partner, then maybe that ain't the partner for you. So, that And if y'all wondering where Miss Bernice is, she's on the pose. Hey, she's going to be at the pose from 6 to this morning to 10 at night. She's going to be on the pose. She's twerking it on. I can see Bernice now. Cast your votes. Cast your votes while she bending over, twerking it. Y'all know how Bernice do. She probably rolling her eyes up. Who you want to vote for? And roll her eyes up. I said, that ain't the candidate that's on the ballot. My sister's out there doing her thing, her civic duty. She's at the pose. While she's at the pose, I'm going to be on the pole tonight at bar 210 on 210. So we got laughing and comedy improv tonight on bar 210. Y'all come on down there. And look, you get it free. Just tell them you coming to see me or you know me. You can get it free. I know everybody like free, for free, for free, free, free. Get in free. Tell them you know Reese. Come on in free. And then you can get $5 tacos and margaritas. $5, but you got to tell them, hey, I know Reese, and she'll give it to you for $5. When you get at the door, say, hey, I know Reese. They're gonna say, come on in, because you here tonight to see Reese and the Gwen Factor. The Gwen Factor is hosting it, but you here to see some improv, some funny comedians, and some jokes. And that's a good workout room where us comedians go and work out on our material. You know, the headliner comedians be coming through there. See, that's what y'all don't realize, people. Y'all get to see headliner comedians. If you know me, you get to see them for free. They come down there and work out and do their thing and get the new material. See, that's what y'all supposed to be doing, coming down there and get the free jokes and shits and giggles. And then, you know, y'all to experiment. You know, you're the Nielsen families, you know, how we try the stuff out to see if it's good or not. That's what y'all are. So y'all come on down to bar 210 tonight. Starts at 8 o'clock. Showtime probably starts at 8:30. Hosted by the Gwen Factor. And moi, I'm gonna be there cutting up and everything. DJ Swag gonna be there. Yeah, we even got a DJ, y'all. That's what I'm telling y'all. Y'all come down there and get your party on, get your freak on, and just say, hey, I know Reese, you get it for free. Boom. Free good time. How about that? And $5 tacos and margarita special. Taco Tuesday, right here at Bar 210. But one thing that's better than Taco Tuesday at Bar 210, I'm going to tell you, is the big event that we're going to have on the 19th called the Light for Rome. Yes, the Light for Rome. That is my sis Bernice Smith event. And she's going to do this in honor of her son. He suicide took him away from us. It'll be sometime in December. Bernice know the exact date, but she's having this event on November. I want to say from 2 to 6. I think that it is. Molly, if you're out there and you can hear me in the Molly land, you can put Bernice flyer up so the people, you know, can see the good flyer. And come on out on that Saturday. I'm going to be speaking as well as being transformative and telling you transparent. You know, when I say transformative, that's what I mean. Transparent and telling you and share some of my bouts with mental health that I've had through my life. You know, I could talk about my stories and what happened to me now, because if it could save a life later, then that's what I went through, what I went through, so I can help somebody else. And that's how I look at it. We all got to be a blessing to each other. And that's on November the 19th. I think it's from, the poster is up. If y'all can see the poster, A Light from Rome. I can't see what it says, but it's up there. It's on the poster. So y'all can go ahead. I can't even make it bigger. Y'all go ahead and come out, share it, and come out, love and support all my sister and your sister, Miss Bernice Smith. Love and support on that lady and all the things that she's trying to do for the community. She's out there now at the pose of the community. She's gonna have the light for them. She's very she's an active activist. That means she's just not talking about it. She's out there doing it and walking and talking it and living it. Hey, it's Slicky Woo Boo. Might be wine drink. I can't. That's my brother DJ Slicky. He crazy. Maybe Slicky done put all of these posts in for these ladies. We don't know if Slicky did that at Molly. Because some girls keep trying to send us hot photos. We don't know if Slicky, if they trying to send it to Slicky. So send this to Slicky. Because he's just a regular chick magnet. He is. But y'all come out on the 19th. And we have some other events coming up this weekend on the 14th. I know the Gwen Factor is playing somewhere. But better, worse than that, y'all need to go ahead and book me so I could be somewhere performing this weekend too. You know, I could be your headliner. I can talk about stuff and bring it on in there. But yeah. But Shades of Blue is out. That's a great stocking stuffer. If you have not gotten your copy of the book, go to key2lifepublishing.com. Key to Life is spelled QUI, the number 2, LIFE, life.com. Then you hit the backslash. And if you type in AM morning, AM morning, you don't even have to put the periods. Morning, MORNING. It'll take you directly to the Shades of Blue page. That's getting it directly from the publisher. If you feel safer going on Barnes and Nobles, you can. Amazon Prime, you can. Books a Million, you can. And any media outsource, outload, you can even get the book from Walmart. You can. And some other stuff. As a thing called Scribe, you can get it digitally, download the book. Hey, you can even get it from the Apple Store. So all of y'all with the Apple Watches and all that, okay, get a good book. It's a good read. And the audio is coming out soon. Hopefully it'll be out before Black Friday. And like I said, and it's a great stocking stuffer. This is an fictional African-American drama by African-American woman, released March the 1st of 2022. That's the first volume, the first of the chapters, first of one book, and it'll grab you. It really will. And I wanted to get the feedback on the people that actually read it. What do you guys think? If you're out there and you read the book, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you're thinking. Well, and don't forget, we got a special CMOS with the book for $20. Hit Molly up. You get a book and you get a CMOS. For $20, you get a $30 retail value for $20. That's your Black Friday deal right there. Boom. CMOS for the body and the healing of the soul, and the reading the book for the healing of the mental. Hey, that's what I'm saying. But it's getting close to that time that I have to wrap things up and scoot on out the door. And I do apologize again for the delay in the broadcasting due to a maintenance. But, we had to get that done. We had to see what was going on. So once you see what's going on, get it done, then your girl can sleep better, be better, feel better. And if you're going to have sex responsibly, people. Because I'm going to have some sex. I'm going to go out here right now and have a cup of sex. Hot sex on the beach, sex on the platter, whatever. But get me some sex. But I'm also going to use protection. So I won't be ending up in the doctor's office saying, hey, give me an STD panel. Please, I done caught some from that nigga. He done gave me the pluckies. You don't want to get the pluckies. You don't want to say you a mother plucker. You don't want to say that. Because somebody that gave your ass the pluckies. So you got to be careful. You got to be vigilant, y'all. You got to look out there. You got to see. You got to have your little light on the Peter, lady, before you be like, what's this dripping? Hold up. Why your head look like that? Why it look like something been down your hole already? And men, you need to do that with the woman. Chardonnay, 1962. Yeah. You need to do that with the women too. And ladies on ladies, you need to check each other out too. And men on men, you need to check each other out as well. But just have sex responsibly. Be safe out there. And that concludes another episode of the Morning Max Show. Y'all tune in tomorrow. Hopefully, my co-host, Miss Smith will be back in town again, and Marla be back. Everybody be back. And peace, and I'm out. We ended properly at 11:30. How about that? With my commercial at Molly Mall. Let's end it.